Hello, everybody. Hang on, let me lower that real quick. There we go. That's a little bit better. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Happy Monday. How are we all doing today? Hi, Lumi. Thank you for redeeming your park entrance. How are we all doing today? So I just got some news about, God, why is my ear all clogged up? Hang on. Yeah, so I just got some news about the new Halo game, and I'm not really too happy right now. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. So we are gonna go kind of sandwich what we're gonna be doing today, because the stuff that Halo Industries / 343 Industries have, I'm sorry, Halo Studios. My bad. But the stuff that Halo Studios, released for a press release about the new upcoming Halo Campaign Evolve game is, not making me happy. It's a lot of stuff where it's like one step forward and two steps back. And it's, I'm gonna be real here. I don't know how long this game is gonna last. Like, I really want to like this game. I really do. It's Halo. It's my all-time favorite gaming series of all time. I love Halo. Love, and I live and breathe Halo, right? It's just, I don't know. Some of the stuff I like. Some of the stuff, now I will say this, some of the stuff I do like. Some of the stuff that I'll be going over, I do genuinely like. However, a lot of the stuff that they announced is not very good, and it's probably, I wouldn't say as bad as say Halo Infinite, because Halo Infinite was unbelievably messy from start to end until that abomination finally died, because they stopped giving Halo Infinite support. So what we got is what we got. So no more like season passes, no more new armor sets. That abomination's finally dying. Thank Christ. But no, some of the stuff that we'll go over is not good. Not good at all. But I want to focus on some stuff that's going to make me just a tiny bit happier before I completely dive in and get completely pissed off. Because, yeah. It's pretty bad. Also, hi Dragon, welcome in. In fact, actually, hang on, let me load up something here real quick, because one of the subjects that I want to kind of go over, I got like a notification in the mail today. Also, hi Tabby, hang on, let me give you a shout out. Hey Tabby, we're gonna be going over some Halo stuff today. It's not good. it's not good. So let me see here. Yeah, it's not very good. I'm very disappointed. I'm extremely disappointed in this. But so let me pull them up here real quick, because this is gonna lead into what we will be going over here in a little bit. Let's see here. Let me go to Transformers. Let me go to Big Bad Toy Store real quick, because that's the place where I can find him. Hang on, give me a second here. Give me a second. Let me just try to find this fucker. Ah, here he is. Perfect. Okay. So, I had to cancel my pre-order for this thing because it came out. It actually started to come out, I guess, a lot earlier than what it was what it's listed here. So I pre-ordered. Let me see here real quick. So I pre-ordered Age of Extinction Titan Class Grimlock. So it sounds like, at least on Big Bad Toy Store, he's coming out early. Yeah, I got the receipts to show that, yeah, this guy apparently might be coming out a couple of months earlier than what I was expecting. For some weird reason. I don't know if it's just because Hasbro gave them the okay to do that or what, but yeah, he's coming out a lot earlier than we thought. So I had to cancel my pre-order on him because financially I am not ready to drop that much money on this guy. Not yet. But, so with that being said, now so it does sound like with Grimlock, they are going to do Titan classes of all the, at least all of the movie Dinobots. Right, so all the Dinobots from Transformers Age of Extinction. So that includes, and apparently, we're getting Scorn. Yeah, no, I guess Hasbro was actually not lying when they sat there and said, we'll be doing all the Dinobots. So yeah, we're going to be getting Scorn next year. And Scorn is a really cool Dinobot, and I want more of him. Right? I absolutely want more of this guy. He's one of the cool, newer, like, original Dinobots we've gotten. That and, like, say, Paddles. And I am so upset that Hasbro won't throw fans a bone and give us Paddles. Because I know a lot of fans want Paddles. But here, this one's going to be interesting. I honestly, well, I have to see how big Titan Class Grimlock is with my AoE mech Scorn. So I already kind of have a Titan Class Scorn. It is a knockoff. It's an oversized knockoff of the, what was it? The Last Night toy line Scorn. And all they did was that they gave him some upgraded articulation and some LEDs and a far better paint job. So I don't know. I have to see what the prototype looks like, because Grimlock here, he's fine. Don't get me wrong, he's fine, but yeah, he's looking a little rough. He's looking a little bit rough. Now, there is a video out of this guy transforming, so it is an interesting transformation, but yeah, that T-Rex is kind of rough, especially with the fact that he can't close his mouth. That, I don't know. I'll probably get this guy, but later on down the road. Now, something I saw yesterday, and I posted this on my Discord, was that this right here. So this is done by Hottest Fuzz Customs, and I actually own one of their products. So they came out a while ago, right? So a while ago they came out with a conversion kit for your Spartan Collection Arbiter. So you can get it to where what he looks like in Halos 2 and 3. And Hottest Fuzz does a lot of custom work as well, so I think you can commission them too. But they're mostly like toy / like figure upgrade kits. In fact, actually, if I go here, Halo, you can see a lot of their custom work. And they're all 3D printed. They're all 3D printed. So you can have like upgraded kits for like, say, like what I got right here. So the Arbiter set. We can also get Tartarus. It's actually really cool. It's really, really cool. Now, with the Arbiter, you can get it to where it has that. Where it has, like, the open mouth. I have it to where it's just this. But it's really cool. But here... So we're going back to here. So this is their Halo 1 / Halo 3 / Halo 2 Anniversary Elite Kit. And it looks really good. Now, the only thing you're going to be needing, from what I've gathered, and I've actually kind of have this on like my phone here, because I'm actually very tempted to get this. I'm actually very tempted. Let me see here, because you're gonna need the base figure. Luckily, I believe the base figure for this thing comes in a 2-pack. So if you fuck up, there you go. It is called. It's a Marvel. It's a Marvel Selects figure. It's a Marvel Selects figure. It is called the Outriders. So the base figure is an Outriders, and that's really cool. The only thing I can sit there and say is that I wish the hands were a little bit different, but then again, also, I'm not going to split hairs over it. This just looks like a whole brand new ass figure, and I'm absolutely loving this. Apparently, they're going to be doing this in limited quantities, so, because I think it's just one guy. I think it is one guy doing this entire, like, shebang, basically. And you have different options here for, like, what you want. So you can have, like, the Urtos head and / kit, which is basically half jaw. Oh, well, you can't see it on here, but... So basically, you could do, like, the half jaw kit. You can also just buy, like, individual, like, little pieces. So you could buy, like, the helmet, the chest, belt, thigh, shin, shoulder pads, gauntlets, and then also the weapons. So you can make this thing highly, highly, highly customizable. And I really like their Arbiter set, so I don't know, I might dip my toes and customize this thing again. So, I don't know, it's something that I'm kind of thinking about. So, one other thing that dropped, and this thing is insane. So this thing is absolutely fucking nuts. I know nothing about G.I. Joe, but I saw, where did I see this? I saw this. And apparently this is Starscream from the G.I. Joe like Transformer crossover. Apparently he turns into the Cobra Rattler, which is just like a souped up A10 Warthog. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, also, hi Dragon, how you doing? But yeah, so this is Starscream as like an A10 Warthog, and this just looks insane. I kind of want it because it's actually up here on Shozi. It's up here on Shozi Store. So this is coming out. So we actually don't know when it's going to be coming out. But it's done by TFC Toys, and they are known for doing like really, really good stuff. Very hyper stylized interpretations of things. A good example of this is their Seacons. Their Piranacon, if this thing would like to load. There we go. Yeah, so known for like really amazingly hyper stylized figures. And I remember everyone wanting their combiners, especially the Seacons. The Seacons for a while were very hard to come by because everyone just wanted these things. Another one that was really, really popular was, not Dominator, it was this guy. It was this guy. I remember a lot of collectors scrambling to get like any variant of this guy, like the desert, the winter camo, desert camo. I think there's like a jungle camo. Yeah, jungle camo of this guy. And then they came out with... Now, this one also, like, sold out really quick when it dropped. But they also did a Nemesis Prime version of this toy. And it sold out like crazy. So, this is going to sell really well. And this looks really good. I might actually dip my toes into this as well. And it looks really good with their Megatron. Like, that looks insane. I really love that Rattler mode. And then he comes with a, and he also comes with a throne. Which I think is really good. And it looks like... Yeah, so he does come with a crown. And I'm guessing, like, the kibble back here can turn into, like, a cape. So you can get, like, that Coronation Starscream. And then it, like, adds on to it, so it adds a lot more of a silhouette. And that just... So, basically, they just turn a A-10 Warthog into just a gunship. That's so cool. Hey, Axel, how you doing? Coronation Starscream, look, yeah, no, I love this thing. I need to have this. I need to have this guy. Because look at this. Like, that is some insanity I would see probably, like, in Transformers Cybertron. Like, that is sick. I absolutely adore this thing. But... No, I'm just kind of, like, easing myself into the next subject. Because that's why I brought this guy up. Because, I don't know, I'm actually thinking about doing this. I'm really, really thinking about it because that actually looks really nice. So, the next thing that I'll be talking about here.
You know, when this game...
So, the next thing I'll be talking about here. And this is... So, this is what I was talking about, like, how this kind of upsets me. Because this game is coming out next month. See, that's what Cybertron wishes it was when Fall of Cybertron and War for Cybertron were hot. Yeah, pretty much, if I'm going to be honest. But still, though, I love things like Transformers Cybertron. I actually just love... I honestly just love all the Unicron trilogy stuff. I go nuts whenever I see something in that aesthetic. But I'm going to pause this here. So the game comes out next month. I'm going to be getting it. I'll be getting it in a heartbeat. However, so Halo Studios decided that they wanted to open their mouth and shove their entire foot down their throat. Because this kind of killed a lot of momentum. So I'll just show you. Because this is... Oh, boy.
Was leaked, and also when it was announced, general sentiment really wasn't that great.
Yeah, I remember.
Massive...
Yeah, no, I remember when the demo was launched in, like, some events and stuff like that. People were very... They were very lukewarm. They were very lukewarm about this. Because a lot of the stuff... So people were like expecting like from a ground up game, like a brand spanking new game. But what we got was basically just reused assets from 343's library, basically. And apparently the AI were not very good. They weren't very good at all.
Boost in sentiment that you...
I mean, like, hell, you could buy the Mark V armor in this game in Halo Infinite. That's really not good.
Typically get when a new game is announced had all but dried up, and to be honest, given the last god knows how many years of Halo, that's not all that surprising. But you know what? Last week...
Yeah, because, so in terms of Halo, it hasn't been very good for Halo. For example, so Halo Infinite was supposed to be like the big game, right? It was supposed to last about 7 to 10 years. They had this massive, like, road, was it like a roadmap or something like that? Where they had like all these different ideas. They had like all of this, like, I guess like DLC planned out. They were going to do all this stuff, and none of it. None of it. Halo Infinite died. It died slowly and painfully.
When the reveals started happening, I saw sentiment kind of start to shift. Much to my surprise, it did start to get a little bit more positive again, more so than I thought it would. And
yeah, because like, it could still be kind of fun, right? It could still be kind of fun, like, regardless. And I did see like a lot of fans kind of softening up, or at least like warming up to this new game. But then this happened.
How do Halo Studios decide to capitalize on this surprising shift in sentiment, I hear you ask? Well, they decided to take a leaf out of Campaign Evolved sound design in some areas and return to their roots by shooting themselves in the foot.
Completely, completely shitting their pants.
They released the first official Q&A about Campaign Evolved. And I genuinely feel like somebody just walked through that door and threw a flashbang in my face, because some of these answers
are
have
stupid.
Me legitimately stunned.
They're dumb.
You know, I think Sideshow Bob made
like spoiler, 343 did not learn a damn thing. Like, they learned that battle passes aren't popular anymore. I think that's the only thing they have learned, because instead of battle passes, they decided that they wanted to do extraction shooters, because that is the popular trend now, is extraction shooters.
Dave put it best when he stood on 100 rakes.
Yep.
You know, I'm that fucking bewildered by this blog post that I kind of don't even know where to start. To be perfectly honest, I don't even know where to start. Oh, I know. Let's start with the stanchion, because to be honest, I actually...
So the stanchion rifle was something that fans wanted for a long time. Like, people have read about the stanchion. They've seen the stanchion in, like, NPCs and stuff like that. I think, like, in Halo Wars. People love this gun. People really wanted this gun. And what they did with it...
This is the funniest answer out of the lot of them. Funny as in, you laugh or you cry.
Yeah.
So, the stanchion has long been...
And it looks cool.
Of, if not the most fan-requested new weapon in Halo. They teased us with the snipers using it in Halo Wars 2. Then, they made it a bait microtransaction sniper skin in Halo Infinite.
Yeah, that was kind of shitty.
Campaign Evolved, it seemed as though it was finally going to be added to the game properly. Granted, it looks a little bit weird, too much like a conventional railgun, but...
I mean, personally, I don't mind the look of it. I think it looks fine. But, you know, to each their own.
Hey, at least it's finally part of the sandbox. Well, psych! We can't use it. Yep, all that focus that it got in the trailers, with them even going as far as giving it its own introduction cutscene because they know how much we've wanted to use it. Well,
yeah, so this is one of the things that made me so fucking pissed. Because 343 Industries has a track record of teasing fans, you know, just daintily just tickling the ball sack of the fandom. Yeah, no, the fuck, exactly, no. So 343 has this very weird habit of tickling your balls about a tantalizing new thing, right? Like the stanchion rifle. And just going, nah, we're not gonna, like, they basically just go out of their way to not listen to what the fans want. You could go fuck yourself.
All of that was quite literally a bait and switch, as per Halo Studios' very own words. Sergeant Johnson's stanchion is his personal weapon and not one he likes to share.
That is that is such a bullshit excuse. That is such a bullshit excuse as to why we can't have that. It's literally like saying, well, why don't we have playable elites? Oh, it's a Spartan story. How come there's barely any, you know, Marines in Halo Infinite? Oh, it's a Spartan story. Halo Studios, I want you to go fuck yourselves 5 ways to Sunday. I'm just saying, fuck you, you suck.
As such, it will not be featured outside his personal use in the prequel missions. You give a fan-beloved...
look. In Metal Gear Solid, they did something similar. They were like, oh, well, how come Solid Snake can't pick up the enemy's guns? Oh, well, it's linked to their DNA, so Solid Snake can't activate their guns. Okay, sure. But that's also in the realm of, Metal Gear Solid, because Metal Gear Solid lives in its own world of insanity. Halo isn't Metal Gear, okay? This is just actively just being malicious towards your fans.
And highly requested weapon, its own introduction cutscene. You make it as big of a part of the trailer as you did, and you don't let us use it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, okay, that sucks, but at least we can still use Chief's really...
Sure, okay, fine. You can't use it. Okay, sure, whatever. It's Johnson's own special weapon. Okay, sure, I'll buy that. But the rest is just it gets dumber.
Really cool looking Mark IV variant from Operation Meteorite in the base campaign, right? I mean, after all, campaign evolved...
Yeah, because it looks really cool, right?
...engine as Operation Meteorite. Meteorite is essentially just an additional 3 levels added on top of the base campaign. There's not like any technical barrier between the two. After all the weapons from Meteorite can be used in the base campaign, so surely the armor can as well. So at least we can run through Halo 1's campaign in some badass looking Mark IV armor to ease our pain. Except nope! No, we can't. We love the Mark IV armor too, so we understand the desire to wear it everywhere. But it will only be available in the 3 new bonus missions.
Why? No, really, why? There's, literally no reason as to why this is not included. I mean, you do these stupid Battle Pass skins that we've got in the other, collector's editions. These you can wear in the campaign perfectly, A-okay. In fact, they're actually more complex than this. And for some reason, the Mark IV, this special Mark IV armor is not allowed in the game. But yet, Master Chief covered in fucking crystals is. Really? Are you fucking serious?
What are we doing? So you're telling me that this absolute live service...
Yeah, this garbage right here, right? This garbage right here. So you're telling me...
Battle Pass art style...
So you're telling me that this is okay, this is okay, this is okay, this is okay, these are okay, that's alright, but that's not. Again, make it make sense. No, make it make sense. I'm sure that there's a surefire lore explanation as to why, Master Chief can't wear the Mark IV, but you can't sit there and do that. It's literally like what happened in Halo Infinite. They literally are like, oh well, it's a Spartan story. That's why there's not any playable elites, and that's why the multiplayer is canon, but yet they added non-canonical suits of armor in the game that make no fucking sense. How?
Style slop that can be used perfectly fine in the...
Because, look, I'm not even gonna lie here. These literally look like rejected Battle Pass skins. I have a feeling these skins right here were supposed to be in the next battle pass if Halo Infinite didn't shit itself and fucking died. These would have been the battle pass skins. These are the battle pass skins that says we fucking gave up.
Halo 1 remake campaign, but they draw the line in the sand at getting to use the Mark IV.
Yeah,
that,
no.
you know,
At least the Mark IV makes sense. They're high, that's it. No, they're fucking high. No, that's exactly why. And hell, you could even sit there and shit your fucking pants and act like a complete window-licking slob and go, the reason why the Mark IV is in the game, but you can't use it is because... I would have actually just sat there and said like, oh, well, the Mark IV is damaged. The Mark IV is damaged. You can wear the Mark IV, but there's no energy shielding. That would have made the game mode even harder because guess what? In actual lore, the Mark IV doesn't have energy shielding. So you could have just sat there and said like, oh yeah, no, here's New Game Plus with the Mark IV, but with no energy shields. You could have just made so many people happy. But no, we gotta have Battle Pass slop skins that make less sense than this.
actually looks like it belongs in Halo. That? Nope, we can't use that. I say this with full belief that I'm
Holy
right.
shit.
There is zero technical reason why Mark IV shouldn't be usable in the base campaign. It's the same engine, same chief bike.
It is.
That just works identically to the base campaign. Give me one single reason why completing Operation Meteorite on Legendary shouldn't unlock Mark IV for use in the base.
Exactly. It should be like a New Game Plus because, again, you unlock Mark IV, and guess what? You play without any energy shielding. And let me tell you, that's going to be hard as holy hell if you're playing this shit on Legendary with no energy shields. Good luck, Skippy.
Campaign. And honestly, the fact that clearly it doesn't makes me very concerned for the prospect of any other legendary or achievement-based unlocks in the game, because having Mark IV be the legendary unlock was just the easiest layup of all time.
They
could unlocked for finishing the main campaign on
Yeah, or hell, give us the Orion armor. No, really, like, give us the Orion armor. That would have also made a lot more sense, too. You know, maybe run a tad bit slower. Because, you know, you're not really a Spartan 2, you're a Spartan 1. You're Sergeant Johnson. Because that's the armor he wore.
Legendary? Yeah, I doubt it. But don't worry.
But let me guess, it's a Spartan story, right?
It gets more perplexing from here on out, somehow.
So this is where it gets dumber.
Whatever edition of the game, and you get all that nonsense live service art style armor. Fine, whatever. Taste is subjective at the end of the day. Some people will like these armors, and at the very least, it will be kind of interesting to see weird armors like these in the cutscenes. To ensure that the narrative remains as faithful to the original game as possible, the personalized customization options you choose will not show up during cutscenes. Oh, so now we want to be faithful. Okay.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to be faithful when it came to retroactively adding sprint and aim down sights to Halo 1's gameplay. And we didn't want to be faithful when it came to remaking the Halo 1 aesthetic for the environments, the enemies, and the weapons in, you know, the Halo 1 remake. But we do want to be faithful when it comes to not having different armor optionally show up in cutscenes.
I mean, okay, with that one, you can sit there and argue that it's pre-rendered, okay? That one, I can sit there and say, like, well, they're not going to show up in pre-rendered cutscenes because they're pre-rendered. That's all 343 had to say. They just keep making it worse. It's so much worse.
Now, of course, I'm only joking here. Remaining faithful is just an excuse. The real reason for this is that
it's just they're pre-rendered.
They're
pre-rendered.
Glorified videos, so they aren't attached nor influenced to the gameplay in any way. This is why the lighting in some of the cutscenes looks so radically different to the game.
That is... Yeah, that... Wait, can I see that again?
This is why the lighting...
Okay, so it's bright as hell.
In some of the cutscenes looks so radically different to the...
Wow. Wow. I'm not even trying to play this up, guys. I'm I'm actually quite dumbfounded. You didn't even try. Halo Studios. You didn't even try. It's like what happened with the what is it? Combat Evolve Anniversary. It's like Combat Evolve Anniversary. They made the entire environment too bright, too colorful. Oh wait, no, I take it back. No, all the pre-rendered cutscenes were all no, I think actually in the pre-rendered cutscenes they were even brighter. But at least with that, you can argue, oh well, that's their first game. You know, of course they're gonna have a little bit of hiccups. It's like, okay, sure, but this.
Anyway,
You've got to be joking. At least try to make this a little bit darker. So that way it doesn't look way too jarring.
Lighting in some of the cutscenes looks so radically different.
I hope it's the setting.
Now, I actually don't really care.
I hope
this
it's the
I'm
setting.
not bothered about these things showing up or not showing up in cutscenes, but on the contrary,
but at least try.
Frankly, infuriates me. So one of the staples of modern campaign-only games is, of course, a photo mode.
Yeah. Okay. So I want you all to know this. I want you all to take notes about this. I've watched this before. I want you all to take notes about what's gonna transgress.
These tools are extremely powerful marketing tools that are also just genuinely awesome features that allow players to capture really awesome moments from their favorite games.
Sure.
Especially games like, say, Death Stranding, or hell, even Campaign Evolved, that really push the graphics needle. For games that prioritize great graphics, photo modes...
Because this right here would be perfect. Would be perfect for theater mode. This would be perfect for photo mode. This stuff could be a machinima goldmine.
Are a must to give players the power to show those graphics off in their very own way. And well, luckily, since about 2007, Halo's had its very own version of photo mode.
I want you all to understand this. Theater mode in Halo, with the introduction of theater mode in Halo 3, back in 2007, was very instrumental to online gaming culture, because you could make things like machinimas. You could pop out like your favorite clips of like you teabagging this bozo and then you getting domed with a traffic cone. You know, really cool stuff like that. You can make really cool screenshots with that, which I think kind of helped revolutionize stuff like what we see here with like photo mode and stuff like that. Just hold on to this little chestnut.
That's actually deeper. Theater. Now, I don't need to explain what theater mode is. We all know what it is, we all know how iconic it was, and we all know how crucial it was in growing Halo.
Yeah, no, like, a lot of people got their starting making machinimas. Like, people don't understand how hard it was back in the day, before theater mode, how hard it was to do stuff. Hang on, let me just show you. Let me just show you. Because I want you guys to understand this. Because like I want you guys to understand this. Let me see here. Halo 2 Machinima. Because I want you all to understand this. Um, 20 years ago. Oh my god, this came out 20 years ago. Oh my god. So I want you guys to understand how difficult
at the beginning of the
because I want you guys to understand how difficult this was to make stuff like this back in the day, before theater mode happened. I want you all to understand how hard it is to make machinimas back in the day.
21st century. the Umbrella Corporation had become the largest commercial entity in the United States. Unknown even to its own employees, its massive profits are generated by military technology, genetic experimentation, and viral weaponry.
Wait. Yeah, so stuff like this, you would have to get like a whole nother program to do all this kind of stuff. There was a whole lot of finagling to go around. Basically, it was pretty difficult to do. That's why things like Red versus Blue were so monumental for online gaming, and not only that, but for like making videos in gaming, specifically things like in Halo. And then theater mode came around. And then theater mode came around. So stuff like this became something accessible to everybody. So again, I wanna show you guys this. Sorry, I'm like detouring, but I want you to show because this is very crucial about what's gonna come out of this dude's mouth, and why I'm very pissed. Halo 3 Machinima. Sprigs. Here we go. This. God, this one was a good one. Actually, wait. No. I got a good one. This one's a classic. Machinimas are kind of a dying breed. If not, they are just outright extinct now. But this right here would not have been accessible. This would not have been accessible for anybody without theater mode. I want you to understand that. Hell, Machinima actually got the Halo 3 coined the term Machinima. That's how revolutionary theater mode was in making videos in Halo 3. Okay?
And guess what, guys? Campaign Evolved will feature neither a photo mode nor campaign theater.
Yeah. I want to repeat that again.
It was in neither Halo. And guess what, guys? Campaign Evolved will feature neither a photo mode nor
one more time.
Campaign theater. Will feature neither a photo mode nor campaign theater.
I want you to understand how fucking stupid that is. I want you to understand, chat, how fucking stupid that is. How fucking boneheaded that stuff. I know, like, oh, Grarl, that's just like a little feature. Aren't you being like just a little bit pissy about that? No, I'm not. Because that is one of the key features of Halo since Halo 3 was established. It's like, you didn't learn shit. 343. This was like your big opportunity to actually do something right for once. You chromosome deficient monkeys. You fucking chromosome deficient monkeys. You took half a step forward and then drunkenly tumbled 7 steps backwards. No, they're not even backtracking. They're fucking. They would have to actually move forward enough to actually backtrack. they would actually have to move forward enough to backtrack. No, they are not even backtracking. They're stumbling around like lobotomized toddlers backwards. Theater mode helped establish the community. That is how your fucking franchise kept itself alive. Again, you chromosome window-licking gorillas. No, like, it makes me so mad. Because they're just trying to do literally everything to piss people off. They're trying everything in their power. And making every single boneheaded decision to intentionally make people mad and not want to play your games.
The blind
It gets
scroll
worse.
hides your HUD UI, weapons, and hands from view.
This is chat. This is their excuse as to why there's no theater mode. What he's gonna talk about is their excuse, their so-called compromise to a theater mode. I'm not even gonna. You know what? Actually, you know what?
Combined with the acrophobia skull, which allows you to fly, should be able to provide some incredible screenshot opportunities. But there are no current plans for a photo mode or theater mode in Halo Campaign Evolved.
You can't see it. My face is red. And my face is in my hands. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You just gotta love how these people are just completely fucking stupid. You want people to play your game, right? This is the game that's supposed to keep your stupid fucking zombie of a franchise alive until the next game you decide to shit out of your ass.
So this game is on the
You want people to like this game.
Halo Reach engine, the last game to feature campaign theater, mind you. But bringing it back? Don't be silly. In the era of photo modes, with the legacy that Halo has with campaign theater, in 2026, you are still asking us to make do with blind and acrophobia. You have got to be joking me. Halo has a legacy of UGC. I mean, hell, gaming content creation was practically started by Halo.
Yeah, no, exactly. Back in the day, people don't understand how powerful Halo 3 was with making online gaming content because of how easily accessible the fucking machinima was. Hell, that's how I started. Outside of making AMVs and ranting videos back in the day, I made machinimas. I have a personal history with this shit. Just wow. Just wow. No, I don't know if there was a legal issue. I don't think it has anything to do with legality. I think it's just because Halo Studios are just full of a bunch of people that I cannot say on stream, but you get the idea.
3, and that was all thanks to theater mode. But clearly, Halo Studios don't agree. So, to the surprise of nobody, after they were removed in Halo Infinite,
yeah, this right here
will also not be making a return.
Okay, assassinations, okay, fine. Sure. I mean, Halo's what? Halo 1 and 2 didn't have them. Halo 3 ODST didn't have them, so I mean, sure. But I hate the fact that they had to water it down by calling it backsmack. it's continue.
And frankly, I never expected this. I think they're either entirely gone from Halo until like 2045 when they release the Halo Reach remake, or frankly, maybe just gone for good now. It wouldn't surprise me if either of those eventuality.
Because the 343 has done everything in their power to basically 100% sanitize Halo to make it rated T for teen. So
These came to pass. I mean, to be quite honest, I wouldn't even be surprised if they got rid of them in a Reach remake, to be real. I'm fully expecting them just to delete dual wielding from the Halo
I am too.
Remake. Like, if they announced that tomorrow and it had no dual wielding, I would not be... My face would be like this.
Same.
That would be my reaction. Not, no way, or, wow, I'm surprised. It would be... Because I'm just not surprised anymore.
I'm not either.
Given that this game is, once again, campaign only, just like... Gee, I don't know, Halo 3 ODST, for example, you'd think that, like ODST, a great and relatively simple addition to aid in replayability would be Firefight, a long-beloved, fan-favorite feature that...
Which Firefight was really, really fun back in the day. Right? Like, Firefight back in the day was fun as hell. I remember me and boys, we would get on Xbox Live, we would play Halo 3 Firefight, and we would sit there and do Firefight for literal hours. We would see how long we would last. We made, like, parties out of it. No, like, seriously, we made, like, fucking parties and stuff out of it. It was fun. It was great. And the fact that we're getting, like, a Flood and a Covenant Firefight, like with enemy elites and stuff like that, and the Master Chief Collection is just icing on the cake. That's great. That's great. I love that. And then the same thing that we got in Reach. Again, Reach. Love the idea. Love Firefight. One of the best features to ever come to Halo.
Is built almost entirely off campaign assets. Given other similar modern games like Resident Evil still do Mercenaries mode, a Horde mode like Firefight would be a great addition to this game. Well, fear not, this game does not, nor will ever have Firefight.
So basically, what we're getting is a game with virtually no replayability. Yeah. No, this game's gonna die. This game's gonna die. So fucking fast it's gonna die.
Yep, they confirmed that there are no plans to expand the game with continued content or features post-launch, including adding Firefight at...
Wait, hold up. So, let me see here. Will Halo campaign... Well, Halo Campaign Evolve have multiplayer. Cooperative... Yeah, so Halo Campaign Evolve does not feature traditional competitive multiplayer, but it includes extensive cooperative multiplayer modes. The remake introduces up to four-player online co-op with cross-platform. At this point, Tabby, probably. At this point, probably. If I'm gonna be honest with you.
Any point. So this game really is gonna be...
This game is just going to be complete bare bones. How much is this going for now? No, really, how much is this? How much are you paying for this? Install the update. I don't fucking care. Let me see here. Halo. Campaign Evolved. Sure. Sorry, I accidentally clicked Audacity. My bad. The books aren't even for teenagers. Why the hell would you make this game for them? I don't know. It's 343. No, really, it's 343. So this game at launch will be $50. It's $50. $70 actually. $70 if you want the premium. $70 if you want the premium. And the $70 version of it comes with all those lovely skins that we hate. So what you're telling me for $50 for the price of a regular game, you're just getting the campaign. No theater mode. No firefight mode. No co-op, no matchmaking. Just the campaign. Yeah. I'm gonna continue before I lose my fucking mind. Before I lose a fucking gasket.
Be a launch and done kind of game. Hell, even modern Resident Evil games don't do that. They drop DLCs, they drop mercenary mode, they drop even more post-launch content just to try and keep interest ticking over until the next game. But I guess Halo didn't get the memo. You know, little tangent, but this all...
Also, I'm gonna take a break real quick. I'm gonna get up and walk. I will be right back. We're running ads. So, I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay. Okay. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good now. Okay. Let's continue.
Reminds me of another similar blowing their feet off scenario that happened in the lead up to Halo Infinite.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this pissed off so many people. I remember listening to the news about this, about why we aren't getting playable elites, and fans wanted playable elites for a long time. Like, ever since that was introduced into Halo 2, people love playing as elites, myself included. And the reason why we never got playable elites in Halo Infinite was because, and I quote, it's a Spartan story. It's also why 343 was so hesitant to even put in Marines in Halo Infinite. Because it's a Spartan story.
At a time where sentiment for Infinite was really starting to improve pre-launch, they had the genius idea of dropping the news that the game wouldn't have dual wielding, wouldn't have playable elites because it was a, quote, Spartan story.
Which became their go-to excuse as to why they're not doing this and that. It's a Spartan story. It's a Spartan story. It's a Spartan story.
And also that the game wouldn't be launching with Forge. Now, the issue
because it's a Spartan story.
Announcing that these omissions have been made. Frankly, the issue isn't even the timing of when they're announcing these omissions. The problem is that 15 years into post-Bungie Halo, absolutely absurd omissions like this are still being made. I'm sorry, right? But explain to me how the fuck Bungie could launch Halo 3 in 2007 with...
So again, listen to this. So I want you all to put this into perspective.
With campaign, with offline and online co-op, matchmaking, Forge, available offline, custom games, available offline, campaign, multiplayer, custom games, and Forge-compatible theater mode, available offline.
And they did all of this without hardly any DLC. Without hardly any microtransactions. Right? They did all of this with on and offline campaign, custom games, Forge, theater, all of this stuff right here, customizations. They did all of this 20 years ago and were perfectly fine. How the flying fuck do you guys somehow, some way manage to fuck this up twice?
A progression system, campaign and multiplayer-based armor unlocks, available offline.
Yeah, and also, by the way, in Halo Infinite, they got rid of one of the core features of Halo. They got one of the core features of Halo in Halo Infinite. You know what that is? Making your Spartan whatever flying color you want. That was a key feature in Halo since the beginning. And they decided to get rid of it. And you can only choose default colors and microtransaction related colors. Same thing with customization. You want this nice little armor set? Well, guess what, bucko? You gotta pay up those shekels. You gotta pay the fucking shekels if you want this really cool samurai armor. Fuck leveling up with progression. That's not a trendy thing anymore. It was the easiest way to tell your friend apart. Yeah, no, exactly. No, exactly. And then in the multiplayer, they got rid of reds and blues. So now everyone's in their whatever the flying fucking color scheme they want. half the time I kind of shoot my own teammates because I don't know who's who. Oh, there's the barely readable red and blue outline and fucking name tag. But, you know, that's not canon. It's a Spartan story. Multiplayer's canon.
Campaign scoring, campaign timing, and a fully fledged in-game file browser and download system. And all less than 3 years after Halo 2 released. But Halo Studios can't even launch a campaign-only remake 5 years after the last Halo game. They can't launch that with offline co-op, with theater mode, with assassinations, and with firefight.
Yep.
Words fail me. Okay, let's take a little break from the
And chat? Hey, chat? It gets worse!
emissions for a second to take a look at some things that you need to play Campaign Evolved.
It gets worse. Listen to this.
And honestly, this stuff is as stupid as not having theater mode. So one of the returning features that they've championed for Campaign Evolved is split screen.
Yeah, so back in the day, you know, little story time here. Little story time here with Uncle Grarl here, right? Okay. Little story time here. Okay. Okay. Little story time here. So, back in the day, when you wanted to play Halo with you and your buddies, you would have this magical thing. This magical thing called split screen. Where you, your buddy's buddy, and that one guy that claims your buddy, but you only met him for probably about a day, but you sat there and said like, "Hey, come along because you got an Xbox and you all really want to play Halo. You need a fourth guy." So, the four of you go to this house. Your house, your buddy's house, I don't fucking care. You fire up the Xbox and you all play Halo. You get to have your own profile. Your buddy gets to have a profile. And then the other two get to be the guests, right? That, you know, just magically, you know, right away. You get to be the guests, right? Right? So, here's 343's remedy. Here's 343's remedy about this.
I mean, after all, couch co-op was...
Couch co-op is how Halo got around. Right? This is how Halo got around. Was couch co-op.
one of the main factors in Halo's explosive growth with Halo 1, so it's...
Because you can have these wonderful magical things called LAN parties, where you could bring a whole group of your buddies and bring up multiple televisions, and they bring their Xbox, and these guys over here bring their Xbox, and everybody links them all up together to make what is known as a LAN party. It's a bygone era, but it's wonderful. It's a wonderful time. Love it. Love it. Great time. But listen to this.
Only right. Well, in classic modern gaming fashion, there are some frankly absurd requirements needed to play split screen. So firstly, the guest system is gone. So that means that no longer can a buddy just come over, turn on a controller, and start playing the game with you.
Let me repeat that.
No longer can a buddy... So firstly, the guest system is gone. So that means that no longer can a buddy just come over, turn on a controller, and start playing the game with you.
One more time. I want to just nail it into everyone's skull here about how dumb this is.
Play split screen. Come over. Firstly, the guest system is gone. So that means that no longer can a buddy just come over, turn on a controller, and start playing the game with you.
Yep. So, that's no longer a thing. And, and trust me. 343 came up with a genius idea to replace this. You're gonna love it.
No. On every platform, that buddy needs their own Xbox Live account linked to their own Microsoft account.
Yep. So if you want to play Halo with your friends, you gotta make an account and buy Xbox Live to play it. That's right. If you want to play Halo, hang on real quick. Actually, hang on for a split second. Let me connect my phone to my PC here real quick. Hang on. I'm gonna put the Be Right Back screen on while I do this. But yeah, so you heard that right. If you and your friends want to play Halo, you're gonna need to buy. You're gonna have to pork out the cash to pay for an Xbox Live subscription. Yeah. I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't know how this game is gonna survive. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know how this game is gonna survive. Because they're doing every single thing in the book to actively kill this.
Yes, even for split screen. But don't worry, it gets worse.
Wait, did you hear that?
Microsoft account needs their own Xbox Live account linked to their own Microsoft account. Yes, even for split screen.
Yes. Even for split screens, you need a Microsoft account and an Xbox Live account. Continue.
But don't worry, it gets worse. To play online co-op on Xbox, for some reason, you need a Game Pass subscription.
They really don't want people to play this game, do they? They really don't want you to play this game. And how much is Game Pass again? How much is hang on. How much is Game Pass again? Xbox Game Pass fees. How much is it? Hang on, let me close my door real quick. So, okay. So the price is here. So the price is here for Xbox Gamer Pass ranges from basically $23, $22.99 for the ultimate. Premium is at $14. Introductory is $1. And PC Game Pass starts at $13. Introductory is $1 for 14 days. There's also an essential tier for consoles at $9.99. Introductory fee is $1. Yeah, you're gonna need that to play Halo with your friends.
PC doesn't even have split screen, so we don't really have anything to talk.
Oh, so we don't even have to worry about that. That's my God, do I hate this.
Talk about there, but the PlayStation loophole is somehow even sillier. So to play split screen on PS5, both accounts need a PlayStation Plus subscription and also to be linked to a Microsoft account.
So let me just bring that up. The more I'm hearing it, it sounds more and more like Xbox and Microsoft is getting more involved. The want to have more control over the games. This is sounding more like a legal issue, and 343 is retaliating against them. No, I wouldn't even say that. This might be a petty move on 343 to make it a point. Okay, so the PlayStation 1, I can totally see that being a product of. I can totally see that being like that's just the product of like, of Sony, just being Sony. But it is really stupid. I don't think it's 343 retaliating against them. I don't think it's that. But yes, I do kind of agree that this is kind of petty. This is kind of petty on 343's half.
So, the long and short is that this game is DRM'd up to the eyeballs.
Yeah, so basically, if you want to play this game, you're hitting every single solitary branch on the way down, and Microsoft is trying to fleece you of every single little shekel you got in your coin purse.
Been requiring 2 layers of DRM protection on PlayStation to just play split screen, and also apparently has no offline support whatsoever.
Oh, that's
Yet
great.
Another instance of gaming going backwards.
Yep.
Now, something else they touched on is the issue with Campaign Evolved Collect.
Oh, yeah. So this right here, the collector's edition. This thing got scalped like crazy. Like when this thing, also, hey Rama, how you doing? How could you have a Halo game without the most popular alien? No, exactly. But also, so this is also something I would say this is more of like on like a scalper culture kind of thing, because scalpers have gotten really bad, right? Scalpers have gotten really bad over these past few years. We can all safely say that like scalping has gotten horrendous, and it's not just like with Pokemon, it's with everything. Scalpers are crazy now. So when this dropped, this was scalped to hell and back. Like, I can go on eBay right now. In fact, let me go on eBay right now, actually, and tell you. Let me log out of my eBay real quick. So that way I can, so it doesn't dox me. Let me do Halo campaign. So here, campaign evolved. Halo campaign evolved. Okay. So let me do this real quick. Let me do not combat evolved. Collector's edition. Okay. Let's see here. All right, let me do this then. Collector's edition. Okay, I guess not. Because I saw like there was listings for like the statues of Campaign Evolved going for like $500, $1,000. Like it's kind of fucking nuts. But what 343 said to combat the scalping, what 343 said is fucking moronic.
Edition, and again, the answer was not exactly great. Basically, the Campaign Evolved Collector's Edition sold
Hey,
out
Ultra Raptor,
pretty
how you
much
doing?
instantly. Clearly, there was extreme demand for it. But
Yeah.
just like anything exclusive nowadays, the parasitic scum that are
Scalpers.
absolutely annihilate.
Yeah, there we go. All right, there you go, chat. There you go. Look at these listings. I want you to look at these listings. So, Halo Campaign Evolved Collector's Edition, PlayStation 5, $600. Halo Campaign Evolved Collector's Edition, Xbox Series X, $580. $600. And it goes on and on and on and on.
The sale for it. Within hours after it
And it goes on and on and on and on.
went live, eBay
Oh, wait, no, that's... Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry, that's cheap. Oh, wait, hang on there. Hey, that one's selling for a bargain. That's $500 instead of like $600.
it was filled with a ton of pre-orders, all marked up like 3 to 4 times. I saw some near $1,000 for what I think is like a $250 version of the game. Now, a lot of these
Oh, was Neo Zeong that was scalped as well?
have since been taken down by community members who have been reporting and flagging
Good.
the listings, but there are still some that are up.
Yeah, that is
Reviews
disgusting.
insist that they've checked with retail partners who
Oh, yep. Here we go, chat. This is their response, and it's amazing. Just listen to this.
have told them that there were no major issues of widespread scalping, and
I'm gonna rewind that.
but there are still some that are up. However, Halo Studios insist that they've checked with retail partners who have told them that there were no major issues of widespread scalping.
There were no major issues of widespread scalping. Really? Really? Because, this begs to differ. This begs to differ. There's no such thing. There was no reports of widespread scalping. Really? Halo Industries, is it Halo Studios or Halo Industries? I don't fucking care. I want to know what fucking crack are you smoking? Because please tell me, I want to know what blue fucking meth are you eating? Not even inhaling, what are you eating? Because that's some good old copium right there, because there's no way in hell that this stuff got sold out that quickly and being scalped this quickly and going, oh, well, there's no widespread scalping. Don't take a shit in my fucking cereal and call it a chocolate log. I'm not that stupid. They really think that we're that fucking dumb. And we're supposed to just take their word for it.
Filled with a ton of
They're
pre-orders,
smoking
all
the
marked
Covenant
up
religion.
Like 3 to 4
Yeah.
times. I saw some near 1,000.
Yeah, no. No. See, yes, it was. Unfortunately, the price was the cheaper ones. Most of them were double. Jesus Christ. No, I didn't pay that much for mine. I got for a steal. No, good. Always don't pay a scalper. I have no room to talk because I paid my Indominus Rex that way. But that's another story. But that's a whole nother story. I'm never paying a scalper ever again. Fuck scalpers.
$1,000 for what I think is like a $250 version of the game. Now, a lot of these have since been taken down by community members who have been reporting and flagging
That
the listings,
is some
but there are still
denial.
some that are up.
That's not even
However,
copium.
Halo Studios
That is
insists that
denial.
they've checked with retail partners who have told them that there were no major issues of widespread scalping, and then they also confirmed that the collector's edition will not be restocked. So
Yeah. So, if you missed the collector's edition, guess what? Tough fucking shit. Go kick rocks. Tough fucking shit. Because yeah, they're not gonna they're not gonna restock it. So yeah, you can blame the fucking Reddit mod that lives in his mom's basement, shoving Doritos up his ass and giving himself a Mountain Dew catheter. Guess what? he took all of the Halo Campaign Evolved Collector's Editions and resold them. Yeah. It's like, what are you guys doing? What the fuck are you guys doing?
So, if you missed it, you missed it. Sorry, chump. Now, at the end of the
Yeah, it's like, sorry, chump. Go kick rocks. We're not gonna restock it. Oopsie poopsie. You should have been quicker.
day,
Don't be
don't know
poor.
how much I agree with the retailers saying that there was no issue with scalping when there were a ton of scalp listings, like right after the sale. At the end of the day, to a retailer, they don't need to give a shit about scalping. A sale is a sale to them.
True.
They don't need to care. So I don't know how much I trust.
Can
them
we
on that,
unalive
but
the
this is
resellers
just
like
all-round
the French do with the
pretty
Revolution?
unfortunate
No, I
situation.
wouldn't go
There's
that far.
demand, genuine
I would not
demand.
go that far.
I really don't see the logic behind not doing a restock. And then one final omission. This one isn't a big deal, but I think it's a bit of a missed opportunity. They've said that they won't be doing a demo for the game. Now, of course, they
I mean,
never
okay,
announced a
sure.
demo for the game, but it is a bit of a missed opportunity because not only do a lot of, again, campaign-only games do demos nowadays, like Resident Evil, for example, does them all the time, but also Halo 1 kind of has a legacy of demos, or demo singular. Of course, it had the rather iconic Silent Cartographer demo back in the day that I think many of us probably played on repeat, at least on PC or on an exhibition disc on Xbox. So not doing that is a bit of a missed opportunity to try and bring in prospective players, but I don't think it's the end of the world, to be honest. You know, that last omission aside, I am genuinely just lost for words at all of this.
I am too.
They are getting absolutely torched.
No, they really should, because, like I said, they're being a bunch of chromosome deficient, window-looking chimpanzees. They're not even taking like a step back. They're not even like going. They're not even backtracking. No, what they're doing is that they're just tumbling like a drunken toddler. Because this is such bad PR for the game. This is such bad PR. Or I'm saying, this is just bad press. Like, this is, you want people to play this game and have some replay value. So that way it can keep it alive. Because from what I'm seeing, more people are just going back to the Master Chief Collection. Because for $50, you're giving us literally nothing. Quite literally zilch. And I'm not even, and like, look, they did this with Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite was about $60 as well. Halo Infinite was $60 as well. And Halo Infinite didn't give you anything. It gave you a, whatever the hell they called it for, campaign. And that was it. Nothing else. I'm truly at a loss. At least with Infinite, you had the multiplayer for free. Which, yeah. That's all you need to know. So for them to pay, for you to pay, let me see here again. Yeah, so $50. And then if you want that special, the special campaign evolved edition where you get the battle pass skins, right? That's $70 for just a campaign and literally nothing physical, nothing tangible. You just get battle pass skins. That has got to be the biggest fucking ripoff I've ever heard. Okay? Like, oh, I'm sorry, my bad. You get the campaign and three separate prequel campaign missions. Woo fuckity woo. You're spoiling us here. Okay? You're fucking spoiling us here. It's just, I really want to love this game. I really do, because I'm a diehard Halo fan. I really want to love this game. But they're doing everything to completely shit the bed. And then they expect you, they're pooping on the floor, and they're telling you, eat the slop. That's all you get. No bells, no whistles, no nothing, no firefight, no nothing. You just get the bare bones campaign. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Again, Halo 3 came out 20 years ago. Halo 3 came out 23 years... Halo 3 came out 20 years ago. At launch, it came out with a campaign, multiplayer, Forge, theater, and full customization. All at launch. No microtransactions. No patches. No nothing. Just a straight game with all those little bells and whistles. And people were happy. Because this was cool. And the best thing about it is that you didn't need to pay to set up an Xbox Live account. Or a Microsoft account. Or a PlayStation account. You could just play the game. You could pop in the disc and just play it on your own. If you wanted to bring a friend over, guess what? Here's an extra controller there, Chuckle Nuts. And you guys can play the multiplayer without any problems. It blows my mind the fact that a 20-year-old game, hell, an almost 30-year-old game if you want to count the original game, how that almost came out over almost 30 years ago, and yet for some reason can blow this game out of the fucking water.
On the socials for this. Like, this is some real bad PR for the game, I'll be honest. But then again, I guess as General Shepard so eloquently put it,
the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Time really is a flat circle, eh? Yay. So, let me know your thoughts on all of this fantastic, riveting news down below in the comments. I was meant to be releasing a massive, hyper in-depth Flood video today, but that's going to be releasing later this week instead, because it's huge, and I kind of want to put some more work into it anyway.
Okay. I am going to put on a palate cleanser before I lose my ever-loving fucking mind. Because this is really bad. This is really bad. Like, I don't know what to say. I genuinely don't know what to say. Half of me doesn't want to buy the game because of this. I'm gonna be honest, half of me does not want to buy the game. But I'm also like, I want to give it a try. I want to give it a try. I'll eat the slop and try to and give it a try. But I'm also like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Just it's 343 being 343, and they're trying to fleece you out of every penny that you got. All right. Let's see here. Chat, do we want to watch a gun video about kinetic sand, or do we want to watch a video about a moronic IRL streamer that got arrested? What are you guys in the mood for? You guys want guns, or do you want to watch an idiot? Arrest? Okay. Alright. We'll watch that first, then. Idiot got arrested? Alright, we'll watch that, then. Alright, let's see here. Because this one's by a Tozy, and we love a Tozy. We love a Tozy in this house. So this is called... Oh, wait, hang on. So this is called IRL streamer arrested for attempting for impersonating a Walmart employee. All right, so 3, 2, 1, go.
This TikToker and Twitch streamer was just arrested and had his channel banned after he live streamed himself impersonating a Walmart employee and even entered the staff room.
He has my vest. He has the. No. I ordered this vest. I'm gonna put the camera down. No. Come on. I've 160. Desires, guys. No. I promise to God, I had this already. I came.
And regardless of being banned on Twitch,
I don't
it
get
seems he's
like
open-
okay. I just want to sit here and say that I think we can all safely say that we hate IRL streamers. The people that walk around and treat everything and like literally everything and everybody as like a jungle gym / like their own like personal little studio to shoot videos and stuff like that. I think we can all safely say that we hate these kind of people. And it's also one of the reasons why places like Korea and Japan have like such negative views on Americans as a whole. Yeah, no, we hate IRL streamers.
use this viral moment to his advantage, considering he's already uploaded the video of all this on his YouTube channel. Well, that, and he's already on TikTok.
Which also, I just want to sit here and say is that apparently a IRL streamer got arrested and kicked out of Japan because he thought it would be funny to jump down into the monkey enclosure that was holding Punch the Monkey and to scare him to promote his own cryptocurrency. This is why I hate IRL streamers.
Posting videos with him in fuzzy handcuffs. Either way, though, even if this guy's name doesn't immediately ring a bell, there's a good chance you've seen him online in one way or another, or even if it's just him being used as some meme as a response to an Instagram post, because he's the I'm crying meme.
Let's see here. Can you talk your hair down a little bit? Let's see here. Yeah, I know there's that little invisible thing. I can't really do anything about it unless if I put my hair up. Yeah, I'm fully aware of it. No, I'm fully aware of it.
Like most creators we cover, Haskell has been posting videos on social media for a couple of years now. And it seems like he's tried a few different avenues to gain fame, even going as far as trying looks maxing at one point. But I guess one thing is for sure.
Okay, that's another thing. That's another thing I don't understand is what the fuck is looks maxing? Like, what the actual hell is looks maxing? Because I see things like Clavicular do it all the time, and it's just glorifying like people mutilating the hell out of their bodies.
He's never taken himself too seriously, which is a good thing, and this goofy persona and his apparent inability to get embarrassed has gained him a giant audience online. And as of right now, Haskell has over 1.8 million followers on TikTok, most of whom are devoted fans who support all of his silly content ideas. But he also posts on multiple YouTube channels, and up until his Twitch ban, was also streaming on there as well. Essentially, the dude's only 19 years old, and he's managed to
doing
become
a sexy
well-known
pout
content creator.
I think that's just
all
called
without
blue
having to
steel.
pull pranks or harass random people for his own content.
I was gonna say, like,
some
I
of
think
his
that's
peers.
just doing the
Well,
blue
I guess that was
steel.
until yesterday when Haskell decided to live stream himself, dressing up in a Walmart vest and going to work.
I finally got a job. Finally, we're making out the hood, boys. Let's just like go in the corner and then go change up really quickly. First day at Walmart.
So he entered the store, suited up in a Walmart vest he brought from home, and then started working.
Need help? Where? Oh, are you? You can't hear. Okay. Apron. Where's apron? Okay, let's go look together. Yeah. Yo, it's my first day on the clock here.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest though. Like,
aprons are.
This kind of reminds me of whenever I was like a fucking Target employee. I couldn't tell you where everything was at. I was so bad at this. Because people would come up to me like, oh, do you know where XYZ is? I'm like, dude, I don't fucking know. Like, dude, I don't even know. And I work here.
He's
sorry, I'm like,
could you show up?
Yeah, trying to pose my
Thank you.
Optimus
Hey,
Prime here real quick.
First customer, let's get this day going.
I guess he was doing things like helping out customers by pawning them off to actual employees and cleaning up random items that are strewn around the shelves. And to be fair to this guy, if we compare him to like anyone else we cover here on this channel, this is some very tame stuff. His
yeah,
big
I mean,
mistake
like,
was
at least he's
walking into
just
the staff-only areas and filming unsuspecting people on their lunch break. Actually, scratch that. All of
knockoff
this is a
alien
mistake.
attack
He just didn't really
toys.
harass people too bad.
Oh, I'm sorry, no, my knockoff version of Unique Toys Challenger.
Is anyone sitting here? No. First day at Walmart lunch. Yeah, I just got this job here today, and nice to meet you. My name is Josh. Fernando. You're gonna definitely be like that one coworker that just gives me advice.
And obviously, I'm gonna admit, like,
Yeah, no,
Haskell's
I
gonna be
like it.
personable and polite.
I
with
have it
everyone.
on my
I'm not gonna
desk
sit here and
next to
pretend like he's
my,
creating like some massive scene or trying to embarrass any one of the
Unique Toys
Walmart
Night
employees at the
Megatron.
store that he's talking with. But regardless, it's just a bad example that creators are trespassing and filming people without their consent while they're just trying to work for the sake of their own content. Not to mention, there isn't a single
'Cause I'm
streamer who
autistic and I
doesn't
like to
have a
have my
couple of
stimulant
unhinged fans,
toys.
and broadcasting people's names, faces, and their workplace isn't always a good idea. Or, well, not only is it not a good idea, it's just irresponsible. And I'd also be curious if any of them would actually have grounds to hold him accountable for posting them. Like, sure, he did say I'm live, but do we really think the general population has any concept of what that means in this scenario, because he just kind of walked up on them. And again, a lot of these encounters were in a
They're making a matrix of leadership.
employee-only space. But regardless,
Are they
it's about
really?
this time the store security shows up and starts trying to talk with him. Mostly because it seems like they thought he stole the vest from the store. So
I mean, honestly, as far as like, you know, as far as like IRL streamers go, this. I mean, like I mean, like it's not good. Like you know, I think that's a line. You know, violate, impersonating like an employee of like an establishment or something like that. I don't really fucking know, but I don't know. I feel like that's like in terms of like, you know, IRL streamer stuff. I feel like this is pretty tame. In all seriousness, I mean, like, yeah, I could see why people would get pissed off at him. But I mean, like, it's still like, you know, there's worse out there.
So he quickly starts beelining it out of there while, I guess, poorly trying to explain himself.
Nice talking to you. I'm probably gonna get off break right now because, yeah. Oh no. Huh? What? What's up? No. 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 Listen. No. Listen.
I mean, like, you shouldn't be
No, I
doing
didn't.
this
I got
anyways.
it from my mom works at Walmart. No, listen. I'm not stealing. No. I came in. If you check the cameras, I came in with the vest. You can ask my.
Can you turn that off, please?
Yeah,
We're calling PD just so you know so you can get arrested.
No. I'm not. No. Listen.
Work here. Why do you even have
Listen.
Call PD.
Well, the whole time, though, he refuses to stop filming. Obviously,
Yeah.
because this is how he gets his content. Even when someone asks him to and lets him know that they've called the police. And I guess this is where things cross into some Jack Doherty territory, unfortunately. So Haskell is running out of the store and he decides to seize the opportunity to get a couple more clips. And what I mean by that is he starts yelling about hating Walmart and how hard his life is.
This is what I get for trying to help the Walmart community. This is why.
Dude, you're again, like, I know this is like super tame compared to like something like, say, Jack Doherty would do or like Johnny Somali, but like, dude, you shouldn't be fucking doing this shit. I mean, for real. I mean, granted, I've seen worse. I've seen the one where the kids are like in Florida and they walked into a Target riding a fucking lawnmower. So I mean, like, it could be worse, but yeah, dude, it's like what the fuck? My mom works at Walmart. Yeah, that will get them that'll get them to go okay, his mom works here. Yeah, I mean, like, probably, but I mean, you should probably have like better security, but also don't fucking tempt fate and try to go into the employees only section. Like that's just asking for trouble. And I wouldn't even like stick around that long if I'm going to be doing this kind of shit. I want to be sticking around for like for a while, you know, enough for people to raise suspicion. Like you're just asking for it at this point.
I'm shopping at Target now. I hate Walmart. Even.
I mean, honestly, I prefer Target.
Ugh!
And yeah, he's obviously joking, but he's gone from still being polite and simply choosing an inappropriate place to live stream to filming and screaming at confused staff and customers.
I wish I could live a quiet life like you. But no, everyone wants to bother me when I'm just.
I meant that his mom works here. Would only work. Well, yeah. I mean, like, if you're like, you know, like if you're like a teenager or something like that, yeah, I could see that kind of working, but yeah, no, like not if you're like a fully grown ass man.
Trying to work on Walmart.
I guess some people call this entertainment. But he then carries all this out to the parking lot, and instead of leaving, while I guess he's lost the staff that were following him and police haven't arrived yet, he stays and keeps making a scene. Because again, I guess this is how he gets his content.
Yeah, everyone look at me.
Why?
Like I'm a lunatic. I just got fired. Fired.
Why? Dude, just shut up. Oh my god, just shut up. You're only making it so much worse. Is he a grown-ass man, though? No. I feel like with all of these, like, IRL streamers, I don't really count them as fucking adults. They're more of, like, just glorified children. I mean, I have, like, my own personal take on, like, these kind of content creators. And how they're more of, like, just, you know, out-of-touch children who gain their wealth way too quickly to not fully understand how life works. And this is the problem. But that's like a whole nother story.
You hear me? I'm never showing here again. I hate this place. Ah!
But him staying naturally allows the staff to catch up with him and keep asking him why he's acting like this.
I'm gonna cry, bro. This is what I get for shopping at Walmart. This is why I shop.
Again, so I don't know. Does anyone want to hear how I feel about these kind of people? Like, does it like honestly? Does anyone really want to know how I feel about IRL streamers? Like this schmuck?
At Target.
Because
yes, I do.
I have some
Yes,
things
I
I
do
want to
work
say
for Walmart.
about this stuff.
I have the vest.
Just because you have a vest doesn't mean that you work for us.
Yes, I do.
I'm doing this for the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, dude's just making a fool out of himself. And honestly,
No,
this Walmart
yeah, no
employee
shit.
is actually quite entertaining. He seems to be aware of at least what's going on by saying he's not working for Walmart chat.
You're gonna get arrested right for impersonating a Walmart associate.
I didn't impersonate. I just
did. You go fine.
I wanted to have a job, okay? And I need.
Because the way I kind of see these kind of people is that they're just, this is just glorified, like, looking for attention. Like, I feel like that's kind of like the problem with IRL streamers like this, is that they have that child mentality of like, I want attention by any means necessary. And unfortunately, stuff like IRL streaming and shock value, stuff like this. Like, okay, I don't mind shock value. I just want to sit here and say this. I don't mind shock value. I love people like, hang on. There we go. No, so like, I don't mind shock value, right? I liked old iDubbbz before iDubbbz fell off and became an absolute, you know, buffoon. Right. Like, I liked old school iDubbbz before he became one of Hassan's, like, little goons and stuff like that, and lost everything. And I love things like Filthy Frank. I love Filthy Frank. Right? I don't mind shock value. But I feel like when it comes to IRL streaming, I feel like stuff like this, these are just people who just want attention, and they do everything in their power to get that attention by any means necessary. And as such, they acquire, a lot of wealth and a lot of fame and a lot of wealth and a lot of attention too quickly, to where, they don't really know how to, be a person. All they know is content. And they see, I do this, number go up, therefore I need to do more, therefore number go up. It's one of the reasons why I will never really want to be like a streamer full time. Is stuff like this, or just in general. I'd rather just go out and work for my money.
Need a thumbnail.
You know what I'm saying?
He doesn't work for Walmart, chat. He doesn't.
But I guess by this point, Haskell has gone from doing a bit to dragging it to the point where it starts becoming hard to watch. And of course, he's framing the entire time that he's doing good because he's trying to influence his chat to get jobs, which I guess sounds great, but all he's really doing is,
to be fair, a lot of
making it
people
look,
nowadays aren't working.
Fun to go harass random workers at Walmart.
You don't work here.
Yeah, but listen to me.
But what?
Listen to me, Toots. I can work here if
Listen
I
to
want
me,
to because I actually
Toots.
want to help the society.
You're not helping
Listen
by
here,
doing
Toots.
Listen to me, Toots.
Hey,
Tell him I want to press charges.
for what, Toots? I didn't even touch you, kid. And I want to press charges for you looking like a freaking idiot. Oh, burn!
Yeah, I mean, if anything, I just feel like this is gonna make more kids want to LARP as retail workers. Like, hey, let's just all storm a Walmart in Walmart vests. What could go wrong? A lot can go wrong. Like that one guy who's currently fighting a massive case in Arizona because him and his buds dressed up as various retail workers and stormed their store. He's facing a whole bunch of years in
I actually didn't hear about that, but why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Why would you? I just don't get people like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little bit boring, a little bit old school, but yeah, no, I just don't get that kind of shit, man.
prison, so please don't do this, guys. What is odd to me though is just like how many people can accept this as like
See, why can't everyone be
instead
like
of
a
realizing
husky
that this
and
type of
just want
stuff, it just
attention all
makes
day and
everyone
just get
antisocial and neurotic. Like it's just so it's just lame. Like if you found out someone was infiltrating your work and filming people secretly,
dog
you'd
is over
probably
here
feel
wanting to say
really
hi.
weird about going to work and just trying to make a living. Like why do that to people? But I guess nowadays these creators and their fans seem to think that people should just expect that a live streamer is gonna show up and try to use them for content. Well, once Haskell decided,
because everyone's and the problem is that everyone wants to be like the next like big viral sensation, and so they're just doing more and more stupid shit in the hopes of getting attention.
Clip is done. Maybe
all it is just a fight for attention.
I'll head home. He might have realized that it's a little bit too late.
Dude, okay. The clip is done. We can just go home.
No, it's not.
They just go home. Then quit.
Really?
The...
You're really gonna do this to me right now?
Oh, he actually can.
Bro. We ain't talking about no speed. Come on. I walked here. I literally took an Uber. I told my mom to already pick me up.
And the craziest part is the Walmart employee is still so nice to Haskell the entire time. And he asks him, why would you go this route? Like when Walmart
for
has
real,
so
it's
many
like...
creators they work with and social media channels.
I'm surprised he didn't get like
going,
tackled to the
skill
ground or
issue.
something.
You shouldn't be getting arrested here. What are you doing with your life?
Like Dan and Duncan when they jump in the ball pit?
No. You should have gone with us and you could have done this the right way. There could have been, there's many collaborators that we work with that we wouldn't have.
Yeah, and I work with
the next viral the next viral attention thingy doesn't guarantee steady success. No, exactly. Also highlight like how are you doing? But yeah, no, like when you do stuff like this, you're just on borrowed time. And people will just replace you with the next thing, right? They'll just replace you with like the next the next viral sensation, and then it's just a competition of who can be more and more outrageous to get that oh so sought after attention.
I work with Jason the Ween. I work with a lot of collaborators.
No, I don't even know who the fuck is Jason the Ween.
No, you don't apologize.
Well, a very good morning to you, Miss Lilac. I hope you're going to be a good girl today. Welcome, and we're watching a moron get arrested.
Do this the right way, and to get the clout the right way, you would have partnered with us.
Yeah, I mean, as Haskell is trying to come up with excuses, I think he realizes that this employee isn't just some normie and that he's gonna let him get away with this.
Why the hell would I
it's like oh my god, you work with Jason the Ween? I don't care, you're still gonna get arrested.
That's giving sellout.
Oh wow, you slept a very long nap. You were probably very tired.
Sellout. I would never post
if you're pretending to work for us. Then you're sellout.
I'm LARPing.
Okay, here's the thing. Like, if you're pretending to work for them, just go all the way and apply for it. You know, just go out and just like apply for Walmart. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Because I need more workers in this world. We don't need streamers. We don't need barbers. We
don't need. We don't need streamers. We don't need streamers. Says the streamer. You know, why don't you lead by example? Lead by example. Apply for Walmart. Oh wait, you don't want to.
Streamer.
You said we don't need any more. So why are you?
Oh wait, you don't want to.
You see how you're
it doesn't give you the attention in the clip and the
work at Walmart and not be streamers is obviously something Haskell believes, but it allows
well, I'm
him
sorry,
and his chat
Lilac.
to
Make sure
pretend that
you
he was
take
unfairly
plenty of
treated,
medicine
which he wasn't
and lay
here.
down
But finally,
today.
the cops show up, and even though he tries to avoid it, they arrest Haskell and he ends the stream. And of course, this went viral pretty quickly, and his Twitch was then also banned. But Haskell hasn't stopped posting.
Shit.
In fact, he's actually doubling down because
I think that's a crime,
ain't it? Clips about this incident and clips mocking this incident. Like obviously,
I mean, like, well, then again, I mean, Twitch lets a lot of other people just commit crimes willy-nilly on here. So I mean, like, it's actually kind of amazing that he got arrested for, or not arrested, but banned for this.
He's doing a bit, but also at what point do you just become yet another annoying IRL streamer? But Haskell says that he had to pay his own $2,000 bond, but currently it's a little hard to find information on the arrest, meaning he could have just been detained and released without any actual charges at all. And based on how much he's joking around, I'd say that's pretty likely. So that's how yet another streamer got banned, because they thought they were going to do something funny in an IRL stream. Hopefully he doesn't repeat this.
He will.
Probably. So, hey.
I mean, like, people like this, they're not smart. Right? These kind of people, they're not smart. So they're gonna do it again. And it's everyone else, it's everyday people like me and you who gotta suffer for it, because these people want that attention. Because mommy and daddy didn't give them that much attention.
If you're new here, feel free to subscribe, drop a like if you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
But yeah, no, that was a Tozy. Like, give him a follow. No, give Tozy a follow. His stuff is really good. Because he also did, oh god, what else does he do? Is he also, he covers a lot of, like, streamer-related stuff, and just, like, well, and just, like, a bunch of other stuff as well. Because we went over, the Kool-Aid pineapple thing that people were doing. But I want to go over this one as well, because it's a little bit in subject of what we just watched. It is about Punch the Monkey, and we'll go over that here after the break, everyone. So let me go get that music going, and I will see you all after the break. Alright, guys. Also, we're snacking on a banana, which is very fitting for what we're gonna watch. Because
This video got two.
hang on. So this, and I will sit here and say this in advance. This will involve not animal cruelty, but this will involve harassing animals. So, just letting you guys know. So this is the video got 2 influencers banned from Japan. Oh boy, yeah, because apparently Japan has been cracking down on more specifically American IRL streamers. And they're starting to, from what I gathered, is that they're starting to beat the shit out of these people. Yeah, so Japan ain't putting up with it anymore, which good.
Influencers banned from Japan because essentially this stunt was supposed to generate attention online. But after 2 Americans entered the enclosure of a famous baby monkey in Japan, they ended up getting the attention
this
of the police
is
instead.
Like poor Punch. He's already had like, so poor Punch has already had a rough life as is. And now he's got to deal with 2 dumbasses from America jumping into his enclosure to harass him for nothing.
So here you have 2 American influencers traveling all the way to Japan and entering the enclosure of one of the internet's most beloved animals. Traveling all the.
These 2 already just look like douchebags. I'm sorry, but these 2 just look like douchebags. You got the douchebag haircut. You got the douchebag clothing. Douchebag looking chains. I don't know about the do-rag. Then again, I'm also just not a fan of the do-rag. You can live without it. But like, dude's got the douchebag hair. He's got the douchebag look. Douchebag chains. Like, these 2 just look like douchebags.
Way to Japan and entering the enclosure of one of the internet's most beloved animals, Punch the monkey.
Everybody loves Punch the monkey, and maybe a little bit too much. 2 Americans were arrested after trying to break into his enclosure at the Ichikawa Zoo in Japan. Police detained Reed Janai Dason and Neil Jabari Dewan, both in their 20s. They say one man jumped the fence while the other filmed. Video shows a person in a blue suit with a stuffed emoji head climbing into and around the enclosure. That emoji used to promote meme coin cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, so they're putting animals, like, this is stressing the monkeys. This right here, this is already putting a lot of stress on the monkeys because it's a stranger they don't know that's in their territory. This is already going to stress them out so much.
The macaques reportedly were terrified.
Well, no shit.
On Dogecoin back in 2021. The intruder also was seen with a stuffed toy. The 2 curious Georges were arrested and charged with obstructing zoo operations.
Honestly, I would just love to see one headline about influencers visiting another country that doesn't involve someone getting arrested, detained, deported, or becoming the reasons local officials have to rewrite policy and locals hating them. Also, I just hate the term influencers, even though...
Yeah, I honestly hate the term influencers. Like, I don't consider myself a influencer because I'm not influencing anything, right? I'm just a random jackass. Also, hi Scorpy, how you doing? I'm just some random jackass that has a lot of like interests that I like to share. But that's it. I just come on here and I'm just me. I like to have fun, and that's it. I don't consider myself to be an influencer. I swear to God, like, you call yourself an influencer, I'm walking the other way. Like, I don't know this person. I claim not to know this person. I'm just saying. But yeah, no, like, Punch has already had like such a hard life as is. Like, so for those who don't know, hang on, let me get a little. Yeah, so for those who don't know who Punch is, so Punch is a Japanese macaque whose mother abandoned him at birth, and his story is just, it's really sad. See, bad news, I lost my streak. Oh no, I'm sorry, Scorpion. I mean, like, hey, look, there's always time to like build that back up. Oh, like, no, like, I understand, like, that would actually kind of like kind of bum me out, dude. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so if you don't know who Punch is, so Punch the monkey is a Japanese macaque who shortly after giving birth to him, his mother abandoned him. Apparently it was due to like stress. It had a few elements. Some of them were like, someone said like it was probably like stress related, or this was probably like her first child or something like that. But basically his mother abandoned him. Also, thank you for your park insurance, Scorpy. Thank you. And so what they did was that they tried different things to kind of like so they kind of had to teach him how to be a macaque from scratch. And so what it is that they bought like this stuffed orangutan toy from IKEA, and Punch basically clung to that toy, and the toy kind of became like his surrogate mother. It's really both heartbreaking and really touching at the same time. Now I believe Punch now has friends. He's got a girlfriend. He's now, I think he was adopted by a couple actually in the same troop. So he's pretty much like, for the most part, he's kind of like acclimated into the troop as best as he can. See, we just enjoy the vibes. That is Grarl. Well, thank you, Rama. That actually that generally means a lot. The only thing you're an influencer of us is let's use joy. Well, no, like that generally like makes me really happy to hear that. Thank you, Rama. That means a lot. But yeah. So Punch kind of had a rough life just because, again, like not only did he had to learn how to be a macaque from scratch, but also he was kind of an outcast because how macaques work is it's a hierarchical society. I did a lot of research on macaques just because I was very fascinated by this. So the baby kind of inherited the position from its mother. In that even like, I guess you could say like that even kind of like boils down to what other baby macaques they can hang out with. So he kind of had to basically learn how to do everything on his own, essentially. And he's actually learning from his surrogate, I guess you could say his surrogate brother, which is the zoo caretaker that literally took care of him when he was born. So Punch he'll run up to him, he'll cling on to him. He basically interacts with him how he would interact with like a parental macaque. He'll cling to him, he will play with him, and he's actually feeding the other macaques. Like he will actually throw the food with him. And he's also starting to learn mannerisms from him as well, because he's walking on his hind legs a lot longer than other macaques, which is very interesting. Not only that, but he's also using a stick to walk around too. Not only that, but he's also waving at guests because he learned it from watching guests. Like Punch is really smart. Like he's a smart little baby, like a little baby monkey. Also, fun fact is that he is named after the guy that wrote the Lupin the Third manga. No, I'm not even joking. That's actually where he's named from. I was wondering why he was named Punch, and then someone's like, "Oh, well, he's named after the Lupin the Third mangaka." In fact, actually, Lupin the Third mangaka. Yeah. So funny enough is that the mangaka's name was Monkey Punch.
That's what all the headlines say. I much prefer creators, because who are these people influencing? But regardless,
yeah,
I just want like a headline. Obviously, it's not going to generate as many clicks, but I want a simple headline of something like American influencer visits Japan, enjoys the culture, takes some pictures, enjoy.
Now, okay, so I know it's a little bit of a tangent, but like Americans already kind of have it rough with the Japanese because of this kind of stuff, and especially when it comes to someone like me who's in the armed forces, like in the military. We already have a hard time as is with the Japanese because of some unsavory things that servicemen do. So it's even harder because of dumbasses like this.
Enjoys the food and returns home.
Like me, I want to just go there just to enjoy the culture.
But no, Instead, we get this. So according to Japanese
Like, for
authorities,
me,
you have
honestly, I kind of have like a whole plan. It's gonna be a lot of money, but I would like to go to Shinjuku, go to the Hotel Gracery for like a couple of nights. I want to go to Kamen Rider the Diner. I want to go to Kyoto. No, Osaka. I want to go to Osaka, actually. Go visit the temples. I want to go to Fukui. I want to go to Fukui, go see the Dinosaur Museum. All that stuff. I'm not going to go there to film TikToks. I'm not going to be there streaming, out in public. I'm just going to be there as a normal fucking guy.
24-year-old Raid Janai Desa.
And I genuinely hate these people because they live in they have a privileged life where they can just go to Japan. Something that a lot of people, would give their kidney for. And they do shit like this.
Year-old Neil Jabri Duan, where both of them were arrested after an incident in Ichikawa Zoo near Tokyo, where Daisan entered the monkey enclosure while Duan was filming from the outside. And authorities say the person who entered the enclosure was wearing a bright blue suit and a giant emoji-style mascot face.
Why?
Because apparently, if you're going to become an international nuisance, you might as well dress up like some degenerate meme coin mascot. But before we get into more details on the story, we should probably talk about the monkey itself, because this isn't just some random animal.
Yeah, it's Punch.
And if you somehow missed the whole story
It's cute.
around Punch,
I genuinely love baby macaques. They are adorable.
you need to understand this monkey has a genuine fan base. The internet became very invested.
Yeah, he's
in
like the new
monkey's life.
Mudang.
And I know that sounds a little bit ridiculous until you actually look at what happened, because Punch unfortunately was abandoned by his mother shortly after he was born. So Punch was then raised by the zoo staff. And when keepers eventually reintroduced him to the larger monkey troop, he struggled to fit in. And again, unlike most young monkeys,
so like when Punch was initially introduced into the troop, he was the pariah. He was not allowed to hang out with the other baby monkeys. He was not allowed to hang out with any of the monkeys, to be honest. The other monkeys beat the shit out of him. They dragged him around, they beat him. Like, it was bad. Like, it was actually quite concerning.
Didn't have a mother teaching him how to interact with the other monkeys. So videos showed him approaching adults only to get pushed away. And people started finding this tiny monkey and trying to figure out where he belonged. So you had a whole bunch of videos of Punch dragging around his stuffed orangutan because he didn't have any other monkeys to sit with. So then the internet decided that we're just going to pour infinite love into this monkey.
I've only had Punch for a day and a half. But if anything happened to him, I would
delete
everyone in this room and then myself.
And the zoo started launching the hashtag #HangInTherePunch.
There we
go.
go.
Suddenly, videos that were originally intended as simple zoo updates were being viewed by millions of people around the world. Like, was Punch bullied today? Did he sit next to another monkey today?
Like people.
Did he make a new friend? Every time there was an update,
people... like I think this all started at the beginning of this year, but you gotta understand like how much of a spectacle Punch was. I mean, like, yeah, granted, it's died out. I mean, like, it's a trend, right? It's a trend. It's a cute little animal trend, but at the same time, it's kind of fulfilling with Punch because it's like, well, now he's part of the troop. I mean, what is there to glean off of him? He's now, for the most part, accepted into the troop. I mean, there's really not much else to him.
People either celebrated or were worried for him. And I am not even exaggerated by saying people were following Punch the monkey like people, I guess, follow their favorite sports team.
Oh, I was that.
Became a huge part of that story.
Oh no, I was like checking on Punch like almost every other day.
And while
I'm not even gonna lie here.
Was adorable, zoo staff actually viewed it a little bit differently. So according to the zoo, the stuffed animal was essentially acting as a substitute source of comfort. And the goal wasn't for Punch to carry it forever. The goal was for him to eventually gain enough confidence that he wouldn't need it anymore. And little by little, things started improving. So videos showed that Punch was actually spending more and more time with and around other monkeys.
Yeah, because grooming is a very, very important thing in monkey culture. Not even just like in macaque culture, but just like monkey culture in general. It shows a lot of trust and a lot of bonding. And it's also why they gave him like a stuffed toys, because one of the first things that they try to do is that they try to cling on to their mothers so that way they can nurse. But yeah, no, like this is very, very significant.
zoos. And instead of being pushed away, he was actually gradually being accepted. The lonely monkey was finally finding his place. And that's when Punch's popularity exploded. So visitor numbers at the zoo more than doubled. Specifically all the way to Japan just to see him. And people started buying the exact same stuffed orangutan that he carried around.
Yeah.
At one point,
yeah, like so many people sent in so the funny thing about that orangutan was that when Punch became a viral sensation, people went to IKEA's just to buy the orangutan to ship it over to Punch. I think it was like up until the point where IKEA's like almost globally were sold out of that one specific orangutan. And I believe the zoos were like, "Yo, please stop. We love the generosity, but please stop. Like this is we are drowning in orangutans. Please, just no more."
the zoo was receiving so much attention that visitors were actually asked to stay quiet around the enclosure and limit how long they were watching the monkeys so they wouldn't become stressed. And then on top of that, people started donating more and more money just because they wanted to support him and the zoo. And eventually, donations reached the equivalent of hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, there were social media pages dedicated entirely to posting updates about Punch, and their websites dedicated entirely to tracking Punch's updates. And I'm not even joking. I mean, there are people whose job appears to be keeping the public informed about the daily activities of one monkey. And at one point, even after the incident
people
that
love
we're
cute
about to
animals.
discuss, fans were so worried that websites started publishing updates specifically reassuring people that Punch had not been injured. Like, think about that for
okay, so funny enough is that there's a prefecture in Japan where the train station master is a cat. And he's very popular. It was apparently a I think it was like a last ditch tourist attraction from this village or from this town to kind of get some bit of tourism because they were kind of like on their last leg. And they anointed a cat as a station master, and it worked. It worked. That the popularity spiked, and now they get a lot of tourists. In fact, actually, the cat has a protege who will take over his job when he retires, who's a kitten. It's adorable. It's super adorable.
a second. Like, this monkey has reached a level of fame where strangers around the world are checking in on the breaking news updates to make sure that he's having a good day. Honestly,
Or it's like during COVID, there would be sea life in these Japanese aquariums that were so used to people, they would just live stream just random people, or they would just put up pictures of people to give illusions that humans were walking around the aquarium so that way the fish don't get stressed. I think they showed that with the gobies, I want to say. I think they were gobies.
the little guy has better
Or
PR
grass eagles?
than most celebrities out there. And that's exactly why what happened on May 17th caused such a huge reaction. Because May 17th, what I know it as is the Independence Day of Norway.
It's Monkey Day.
Gratulerer
I don't
to all
know.
my Norwegians out there. But unfortunately, for all the Punch fans out there, that's when they got jump scared. Because these morons decided to do this social media stunt where one of them jumped into the enclosure where Punch was. On the 17th of May of 2026, Raid and Neil, they arrive here at the zoo. And I do also want to just like reiterate how much effort these guys put into this, because
No,
they
for
bought
real.
plane tickets, they traveled all the way to Japan,
Again.
they made it through.
Again, privileged life. Privileged life here. You guys can sit there and just go to Japan on a whim. You can go to Japan on a whim like this just to promote your fucking stupid crypto coins. You get to go to a place where a lot of people dream of going. And you do this stuff.
Customs, made it to the zoo and put on a costume so they could then jump into an enclosure with a monkey. I mean, what a fascinating use of free will. Like, of all things to do, why? Like, I get why. They're trying to promote some
I'm surprised that these
cryptocurrency, but
schmucks didn't
still,
get
at
attacked
no
by the
point
troop.
did-
I mean, honestly, like, if they did, they would have to put down the troop. But it is actually very surprising that they didn't get attacked. I think it's just because they're bigger than the monkeys and they're scared.
either of them think maybe it's not a good idea to jump into an enclosure with a bunch of monkeys here in Japan? But I guess no, they didn't think that whatsoever. Because let's be real, there is no way they could have done this and not been caught. But regardless, I guess they have more commitment than brains, and they were arrested for this. And the video from the incident shows the dude in the costume climbing over the barrier and dropping down into the enclosure. And immediately, things went exactly the way you would expect. The monkeys didn't want anything to do with this, and witnesses reported that the troops scattered away from the intruder.
Well, I mean, no. If I just saw some random giant just jump into my enclosure, and that's the first thing I saw, yeah, no, I would shit my pants too. It's possible that they were in shock. Oh, well, oh, absolutely. No, like I said, if I saw this, if some random jackass jumped into my enclosure and did this stuff, I'd be scared too. Fuck.
And moved towards higher ground. So nearly 50 to 60 monkeys were inside that enclosure at the time, including Punch. And now all these monkeys suddenly had this giant yellow emoji fall into their neighborhood. But thankfully, that's when zoo staff got in there and no one was hurt and no monkeys were hurt. But the zoo staff later said the animals appeared to be scared by the incident, and the monkeys don't know if they're a part of a prank or not, as far as they're concerned. Also, a giant mysterious creature just dropping into the enclosure, you're gonna have a bad day regardless of what creature you are. But of course, as I hinted at earlier,
I mean, like, at least it wasn't like, say, like a gorilla or, you know, a tiger or a bear. God help you if it was one of those, because that has happened. That has happened where people just jumped into like the enclosures of other animals, like say like crocodiles or tigers or polar bears, and it doesn't end well. I mean, not for the animal, but for the person.
All of this was tied to some dumb meme coin or a crypto promotion.
Yeah, because the monkeys don't know that's a meme coin. They don't know what that is.
Don't say anything at all. Because what do you mean that you're flying across the world to harass a monkey that's known for having social problems? But apparently the stunt was connected to a content competition ran by some cryptocurrency meme coin. And here, I guess the prize was $1 million. So these gigabrains thought if they flew to Japan and jumped into a monkey enclosure, they would win $1 million.
I mean, like, okay. I mean, like, look, if they called up the zoo ahead of time, and this was all like, you know, properly organized and planned, and, you know, you don't scare the fucking animals, you know, I could see that. You know, I feel like you could probably do this a lot better. Like I said, call up the zoo ahead of time, be like, hey, we want to do a little promotional for a cryptocurrency. We would like to go into the Japanese macaque enclosure and, you know, do something to promote it. Can we do that? Is that okay? And if they say no, then don't fucking do it. As simple as that.
$1 million? No. You know, because the main problem here is a chance to win $1 million is not the same thing of actually receiving $1 million.
Yeah.
If your marketing strategy involves in committing a crime in a foreign country, there's a decent chance that your business plan needs a little bit of workshopping. But hey, what's especially wild is they did defend the stunt afterwards, because according to the report, the goal was simply to give Punch a toy for companionship. Okay, Punch.
What?
Simply to give Punch.
The idea per meme coin's own social media was that Day-sun intended to offer Punch a toy. A toy of what?
A toy for companionship. Okay, Punch.
Then again, just go through the proper process, my guy. Just call up the zoo. Hey, we want to do a promotional stunt. Can we, you know, can we go into the monkey enclosure with Punch? And promote this meme coin. We also brought him a toy for companionship. Is that okay? Don't do this shit, man.
Already has a toy, and if you really wanted to do it, you could have given it to the zoo staff. Would have Punch actually received this toy? Probably not. but at least that would have came across as a little bit more genuine. It's almost
True.
giving the same energy as showing up to Ronaldo's house with a soccer ball. Like, okay, thank you, but why? And also, you're trespassing. Get out. And apparently this company did actually offer $1 million yen donation to the zoo afterwards. Because I guess they didn't want to be associated with these morons. But a lot of people were also kind of wondering why there was no apology from them. But essentially,
yeah, I would apologize
saying, hey,
profusely.
Sorry, your fence got broken by someone trying to win our prize. Here's some money. But the key thing they didn't say is the people shouldn't have been climbing on that fence. And you're probably wondering, did this stunt help the crypto? Well, sadly, kind of. Because the token associated with Punch briefly jumped in value after the whole thing got some attention. But, you know, there was a small problem. The token was still reportedly down roughly 94% from the peak. So, in the grand scheme of things, I don't know how much that actually helped. And obviously, this is a meme coin, so as soon as it pumped a little bit, it completely retraced. So still,
get fucking bent,
all this
bitch.
attention, the project was nowhere near what it once was. And also, it didn't even take long for the situation to go from viral stunt to criminal case, because the zoo obviously wasn't laughing, and neither were the Japanese
no one was
authorities.
laughing.
Essentially, the consequences just started when he left the enclosure, because almost immediately the zoo began making changes, and officials expanded the restricted viewing area around the monkey enclosure. They also installed anti-intrusion netting, and they started additional patrols in the area. So essentially, these two guys...
See, that's just... See, this is why I hate people like this, because Japan is so trusting. Like, hang on, can we go back just a little bit? Can we go back a little bit? Like, see, Japan is, like, this is what I hate. Is like, Japan is such a trusting place. Like, they know their citizens won't just... like, yeah, you can clearly climb over that, right? You can easily climb over that. But people over there are so fucking polite. They're very well mannered. They also know better not to fucking climb over a goddamn fence to go harass some monkeys. But then once the Americans come in and they start, you know, doing all this crap, we get this.
fines and being banned from Japan for like 5 years.
Wait, hold up. Go back.
Still deny you from entering the country. Negative attention. And of course, they didn't win the prizes they wanted to. And they're essentially banned from Japan now. Because you might be wondering, why am I talking about this case now?
Wait, hold up.
To me. And unfortunately for them, the internet didn't think it was as funny as what they thought. Because, you know, everyone was worried about Punch. So, you know, Punch here... in this case, is being...
Oh, wait, here we go.
They also installed anti-intrusion netting.
Yeah, and then we get stuff like this. Like, come on, really?
They started additional patrol.
Just because some, like, a couple of jackasses decided to ruin it for everybody.
Patrols in the area. So essentially, these two guys made the viewing experience of genuine fans way worse. Wow, thank you. And
yeah,
even started talking about if, you know, photography and filming near the enclosure would be restricted or even banned. So think about that for a second. You have millions of people spending months following the Punch stories. Families are traveling across the world to see this monkey. That opportunity might be removed. All because two complete morons thought it was a good idea to climb into the enclosure to try to farm attention for their meme coin.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, Ranma, you are right. There's the plushie.
To try to farm attention.
It's a plushie of the fucking scam coin mascot. That's nice.
And for their meme coin. But the charges that
meme coin.
Which report you reads a little bit different because they're all being translated. So some outlets
are
calling it obstructing zoo operations and other described it as disrupting business. But regardless of the wording, the important part is the Japanese authorities didn't simply escort these guys out of the zoo. They actually arrested them. And unfortunately, every time stories like this happen, it seems like the dudes are like, well, come on, it was just a prank, bro. And that's kind of what they were saying. And honestly, that's not even that far from their response. But authorities referred the case to the prosecutors on suspicion of forcible obstruction of business. And both men have denied doing anything wrong. I don't know. To me, getting content this way is probably the dumbest thing possible. Like, why would you ever...
I wasn't actually being serious. I was being sarcastic. I'm kind of... No, like, that's kind of... Wait, hold up. Are my happy eyes on? My happy eyes on? Oh, I thought they were on for a split second. Okay, never mind. I thought they were. Yeah, no. No, you were right. You were right about that.
Become a public nuisance and create chaos in hope of attention, because then that content's just going to be used against you. Like I've said this in yesterday's video and in so many videos before. Why would you ever want to be the star witness in the case against yourself? Just sounds backwards.
Fucking
and unfortunately
stupid.
for them, the internet didn't think it was as funny as what they thought, because, you know, everyone was worried about Punch. So, you know, Punch here in this case is being seen as the victim.
Well,
and these
yeah.
guys are the perpetrators who are ruining it for everyone. So obviously, it's safe
Well,
to say.
well, obviously Punch is the victim here. I mean, he's just an innocent little monkey who's just, you know, literally trying to find his way in life, and then here come a bunch of random assholes just jumping into his enclosure for no good reason. Like, yeah, no, he is the victim here.
Nobody likes these influencers now. But hey,
No.
I guess if the goal was attention, they got some attention. It's just negative attention. And of course, they didn't win the prizes they wanted to. And they're essentially banned from Japan now. Because
Good.
you might be wondering, why am I talking about this case now and not right when it happened? Well, I wanted to see what actually happened to these guys before I covered it. And there is an update to the story, but regardless, I guess we've just reached a point in internet history where viral animals need their own security detail. This is pretty sad, but at the
Well,
end of the
yeah.
day, Japan fined them with 300,000 yen, which at the time of recording this video is roughly $1,900. And then on top
Still,
of that,
that's
because of
pretty
how Japan's rules are, they're essentially banned from Japan for at least 5 years because of this. Because
I feel like if you're just gonna be IRL streaming in Japan, I feel like you should just be banned just outright. No, like honestly, if you are caught IRL streaming in Japan, I feel like you should just be banned outright. Because you're just the fucking worst.
you can't enter Japan with a criminal record within 5 years. And the key word there is it's at least 5 years, because after the 5-year time, they can still deny you from entering the country. So at the end of the day, was the stunt worth being held in jail for about a month, $1,900 each in fines, and being banned from Japan for like 5 years?
No.
I don't think so. And then of course, on top of that, they didn't win the $1 million they were trying
Because
to win.
you ruin it for
So,
everybody
I
else.
guess they just leave this entire situation being the big idiots. Regardless though, this is still just a net negative to society, because now they just made it harder for everyone else to see the monkey that has so many fans. I guess the only good thing about this is it seems like they were not rewarded from this.
Because these people genuinely just care about themselves. They are absolute narcissists.
Really not be rewarding people committing crimes for attention online. But hey, that's just my opinion. What do I know? Either way, it just seems like they just got rugged here. But other than that, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.
But yeah, so I don't know. I hate influencers. I genuinely do. And this just goes to show it. No, like, these people can just eat a big fucking dick. Also, so I saw this on Twitter. And it's a trailer for a manga series that I have been so excited that it's finally getting an anime. And it got hit with this really funny ass community note. And I want to go over this. We'll watch the trailer too, because I love this manga series. It's called Kaiju Girl Caramelise. And I love this little it's like Godzilla reincarnated as a kawaii high school girl. I love community notes. It looks like Godzilla, but due to international copyright law, it is not. I love this.
It looks like Godzilla, but due to international copyright laws, it's not. We should run like it is Godzilla! Though it isn't.
I love that. But no, I want to watch this trailer with you guys because, oh my god, I've been so excited for this. I've been so excited. Like, I don't watch a whole lot of romance anime, or watch a whole lot of, like, romance anime / like, manga, or read, like, romance novel or manga, but Oh, this is one of my exceptions, because this is so fucking cute. I love this. Oh my god, they actually translate her so perfectly. I'm so excited for this. Just, ugh. Wait, hold up. It almost sounds like the Godzilla. Wait, hang on. It almost sounds like it's the Godzilla March. It almost does. And what I love about this is that almost all the other characters are like based around like kaiju. There's one character in here I thought was really kind of funny, but kind of weird at the same time. Okay, it is not her, although I think she is this dude. This dude right here. This dude's so weird because so in the manga he looks like he's in high school, but he's actually in elementary school. He's just stupidly tall. And it's hilarious. He's not a now I just want to sit here and say this. He's not a love interest. He's not like a love interest, but I think he does develop like a little kid crush on what was her name? Kana? It's not Kana, is it? Hang on, let me see here real quick. What is her name again? Let me see here. Kaiju girl Caramelise. What is her name again? Kuro. Yeah, Kuro. Yeah, so I think he has like a little schoolboy crush on Kuro, mainly just because, again, he's like in elementary school. Let me go back here. That's the mom. The mom is a Gyaru. So let me see here real quick. Let me go back here. Okay, so she is a certified monster fucker. I believe she is based off of Mothra, or she has a lot of like Mothra motifs. But she is in love with Kuro when she's a kaiju. Like, she is a certified monster fucker. She is a Gyaru that is based off of King Kong. And Kuro, or is it Kuroe? I think it's Kuro. I believe she is based off of Kyugoji. At least in the manga. Because it's blatantly yeah, because it's blatantly obvious that she is based off of Kyugoji. And then she has like a little sister. Later on in the series, she has like a little sister. And her monster form is literally just the Rathalos. With like a bat head. But like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited that this is getting an anime. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Just, oh my god, I can't wait for this. Wait, when is it coming out? When is it coming out? Hang on. When does the anime come out? When does the anime come out? Oh, it's okay. Chat. I think. Wait. When is it? July 3rd. Okay. I think what we're gonna do, chat. I think we're gonna do a watch party. I think we'll do a watch party. I think I think for July 3rd, we're going to watch the anime. And we're going to have a watch party in the Discord. Because I can't wait for this to come out. I think this is actually like one of the few things that that got me and Kira P to bond over, is that our love for this series. Just, oh my god, I can't wait. I love watching like these kind of like kaiju girl animes. I don't get that, we don't get that many, but it's always nice to see like kaiju girl anime. Because the only other kaiju girl series I can think of is the Ultraman kaiju, which was this. Let me see here. Let's see here. Kaiju girls. Ultraman. Let me see here. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, so this was it was a cute little series. It's all it is basically is just all the Ultraman kaiju as magical girls. And they're kind of aware of it. But it's also like a super short series too. Okay. That's all I wanted to show you guys. Oh. I think that we'll watch that later. But I'm going to probably cut it short here just because it is really hot in my room. It's really getting really stuffy. But I think that's where we're going to call it there. We're going to call it a little bit shorter tonight. Shorter than usual, which is fine. I don't mind that. Yeah, no, the stream was fun. No, like, the stream was fun, minus me losing my ever-loving shit over, over the Halo stuff. But, no, like, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Let me see here. Who do I want to raid, though? That's the thing. Whom shall we raid tonight? But no, I'm so... Oh! We can raid Kira. Because Kira's on tonight. Hang on, let me see here. Yeah, we could totally raid Kira tonight, actually. I was gonna say, it's rare that we get to raid into Stepsis. Let me see, who else do we have? I must see who else do we have on tonight. Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? Let's raid into Kira tonight. We don't really get to raid her that often. So, let us see here. Let us do... Okay, so she just started streaming. Okay. So, not tomorrow. So not tomorrow, but on... Let me see here. On Wednesday, we'll be doing more Mouse PI. And then on because okay, so with Cthulhu the Dark Abyss, or I'm sorry, the Cosmic Abyss, I figured out what was going wrong, and it was 100% user error. Was 100% user error. I keep want to say Yuzu. No. User. I was watching a lot of Yuzu clips today. It was 100% user error. And I figured out why I was not getting anywhere. And it wasn't the clues, it was another little mechanic that they add in. But I got to a point, and so I finished up chapter 2. Now we're on chapter 3, which is the temple. So we should be good to go after on Friday. Yeah, Friday. But yeah. So thank you all for listening to me completely and utterly explode on Halo Infinite, or not Halo Infinite, Halo Campaign Evolved and Halo Studios. That was just something that I saw that made me just completely fucking rage. It's Yuzu's fault. Oh, it's always Yuzu's fault. It's always Yuzu's fault. No, funny enough is that Yuzu was actually like one of the very first VTubers I watched. Like back in the day. It was her, Shy Lily, Kira P, and Silvervale. And, also, Konzetsu. You know, rest in peace, Kon. But yeah, Konzetsu was also one of the very first people I sat down and watched as well. I actually discovered him and Yuzu at the same time. Oh wait, no. Since it's Kira, I got a perfect raid message for Kira. Oh, she's gonna hate this. Oh, she's gonna hate it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's definitely not what I wanted, actually. Oh god, hang on. No, my own tomfoolery backfired on me significantly. Hang on real quick. All right, here's the raid message for tonight. There's our raid message for tonight, everybody. So get your raid going, get your raid message going, because we're gonna go say hi to Kira. Love you guys, and I will see you all on Wednesday. Oh, and now she's gonna love it.